The man had gone mad. With one hand, he grabbed the shark's tail, attempting to haul it onto the boat. A crew member beside him threw a grappling hook, and together they managed to pull the ferocious shark out of the sea and onto the vessel. The shark tried to open its bloodthirsty jaws but was powerless. The man sat directly on the shark's body and stabbed its head repeatedly. The shark's blood gushed over the gunnel and into the sea, attracting even more sharks. Everyone around tried to dissuade him, but he had completely lost his mind. He grabbed a knife and plunged it forcefully into the shark's belly, splattering blood onto a nearby crew member. The blood-spattered crew member got into a heated argument with the captain. Then, he started walking in a straight line along the edge of the boat, ignoring all advice, while a group of sharks lurked beneath the boat, waiting for an opportunity. Suddenly, he slipped and fell directly into the sea, his body covered in the fresh blood that had splashed onto him moments ago. Everyone rushed over upon hearing the news and threw a rescue rope into the water, but the rope was too short. So, they threw shark meat into the water to distract the shark group. By this point, the crew member was drifting further and further away from the small boat. Abruptly, a brave man jumped into the sea. He successfully brought the rescue rope to the struggling crew member. The other crew members continued to throw large chunks of shark meat into the water. Finally, they worked together to pull the two men back onto the boat. Facing these kings of the sea, everyone was exhausted and worn out. In the evening, the captain and the helmsman noticed a huge dark cloud approaching in the distance. The captain even joked that it was just a little rain. But by nightfall, there was a raging storm with gale-force winds, lightning, and thunder. A small boat appeared tiny and helpless in the face of the enormous waves. Someone suggested cutting the ropes and tying their bodies to the boat. Suddenly, a powerful gust of wind tore the sail apart, and the captain was blown into the sea. Fortunately, he had just tied a rope around his body, and the crew managed to pull him back onto the boat. Once on board, he clung tightly to a pillar, truly witnessing the power of nature for the first time. The next day, sunlight poured into the cabin. After the previous night's battle, everyone was exhausted. The captain walked out of the cabin and looked at the ship's deck, littered with debris, secretly feeling proud. It seemed that the sea was only capable of so much. These few people were undertaking a survival challenge at sea. This exciting movie is called Drifting on the Open Sea.